Well, it's looking like a rather dull day today for going out for lunch. So we're going to go and hang out at Sikon Banquet for a lunch and do some shopping. Well, she's going to take us shopping anyway, like that's the last video. Girls just love shopping, so if you can't beat them, join them. So here we are again, back at Sikon Banquet. Take my girl shopping and eat some food.
Yep.
Today I'm thinking I want to eat ramen again.
Ramen again?
Yeah.
No way.
Why not?
I have to looking.
Looking what?
Looking first.
Looking for, oh, you would say, we got to do the shopping
Yeah.
things first.
Looking some. You want to go down, walk first, eat first?
Up to you, darling, up to you. See, we're fashion coordinator today, see? She's my white princess. Yeah, and like the side story today, I'm going to talk about early retirement in Thailand. This is a sort of a side story while we're going to eat some food, look around the shops. So stick around and we'll talk about it. But anyway, this is Sikon Banquet. It's not one of the big malls here in Thailand. Looks like we're going down the escalator. Yes, it's raining outside, so it makes sense to come in where it's not so wet. Of course, we've started in her favourite area in Sikon Banquet. This is the first floor. We don't actually have outside markets here at this particular location. So all the markets are actually inside. Tama bang. I bought you an outfit last week, darling. You can buy your own outfit
No
this
way.
time. Yes, you can
No
buy your
way.
own clothes today.
You
my
cannot
God.
say that.
These things here, they're rigged. Don't try to use these things. Nobody ever wins this stuff. Feels like Japan. Lots of stuff new here at the moment. It's always good to have a look around. When I come alone, I usually just go to the IT section. I very rarely come through this area. You have some fashion tips for people here today?
Maybe.
Maybe? What is good fashion?
Maybe. I just looking first.
Oi! It's like Christmas time every day of the year here for her when she comes here. When it comes to thinking about the whole idea of retirement, you got to think about what are the things that you really need that are essential to a good retirement life, because you got a lot of time on your hands, and you got to think about I said it in a recent video, which was you got to think about food. Right? Food here in Thailand is relatively inexpensive. Well, you can pay some pretty decent prices for some exotic foods, but generally the food is very inexpensive. So it makes sense to find somewhere where you can eat comfortably with your retirement income, depending on what your retirement income is, that is. A roof over your head, and again we've said that before, and I am trying to get Shania involved in the whole idea of going and visiting some of the moo barns that are going up around the place. We've got one up the road from us that's just been developing, and they've got a sales office now, so we do want to try to get in there and talk about the whole potential buying and renting sort of side of things here, because you can't really buy a house here in Thailand unless of course your wife or your better half is going to be buying, because foreigners can't own. Well, that's just to say, they will just say there are little tricks but I'm not going to go into that. They get complicated. You've got to see lawyers and everything else. So let's just not talk about that side of it. It's something that many people will not be interested in. They're more than likely going to be wanting to rent. You've got to think about that as well. For renting in Thailand, the asset value, you don't have an asset value. So that becomes one of those sort of things you need to really weigh up carefully. But putting a roof over your head is relatively inexpensive. For 15,000 baht a month, you can get quite a comfortable sort of accommodation. Not right in the centre of Bangkok. The centre of Bangkok, you're looking at condos. And although they might be, starting at 6,000 or 7,000 baht a month, do you really want to live in a shoebox? For a single guy, maybe that's your plan, is to spend the rest of your life as a single guy and just playing the field. Making sure I keep her in frame at least anyway while she does her little browsing. But the third thing you really need to think about is clothing, right? Clothes on your back, This is one of the things that I really found quite surprising, is the inexpensive clothing, which is of reasonably good quality. From what I've sort of seen, it's been, the equivalent stuff I would have bought in Australia is at least a third the price here in Thailand. So again, the three essentials: food, a roof over your head, and clothing. You don't really need much more when you come to think about the whole retirement process. The only thing that really comes out of the budget out of those three items is, the entertainment value. Think about it. Again, here we go. T-shirts, 100 baht. That's like $4 Australian. 100 baht for shorts. 100 baht for collared shirts, elephant shirts. Why not? Somebody actually made a comment, the fact that I should have Shania buying more clothes for me because she's the fashion expert. And I'm going, well, it's very hard for me considering the fact that I spent most of my life in Australia always dressed in black. Black is a very serviceable colour, in my opinion anyway. And it doesn't take much thought. Come on, I. What's this one for home?
Yeah, 100 baht.
100 baht, yeah. Why is this good style?
แบบนี้มีสีเดียวเหรอคะ
She's not going to play the game, is she? She doesn't realise she's a YouTube superstar, and she should be giving all the YouTube superstar advice on what is got to wear. See if we can build our female audience. Our female audience is quite abysmal. I think 3% of the people who watch our channel are female. How can I get more females watching our show? I don't know. Unless, of course, I do more shopping videos. I don't think we're really going to win that battle, are we? Okay, now that is funny. The girl on the counter there, or behind the, the sales girl, her name was Shanya as well. She had a bit of a conversation. It's, in my opinion, it's a fairly uncommon name. It's the second time, or certainly the first time, I've actually met another Shanya here in Thailand. So there you go. And I've been here for 7 years. But retirement is great. What else can I say about retirement? In my case, the price of internet, where I'm making comments on, I think, Jen's stream, or it could have been Levo's stream on the weekend. They were asking the price of internet and comparing around the world. And when I sort of said, well, I pay 749 baht a month. I do get a discount because I pay quarterly, and I can even get more discount if I paid yearly. But 749 baht a month was something like $31, and that's for 1 gigabit download speed and 500 megabit upload speed. And well, yeah, they're all going, really? They didn't believe it. But seriously, it's great internet service, especially for somebody like myself who basically spends most of his life here in Thailand, sitting in his little man cave, playing computer games and doing computer stuff. Here's me. spent 35 years in the computer industry, and you think somebody who spent 35 years playing computers would want to get themselves distanced from that sort of whole mandate. But you know, ultimately I quite enjoy my computer time, and it's relatively inexpensive compared to going out and partying and drinking and everything else. So you've got to think about that one as well. You're going to spend a lot of time, sitting around, unless of course you're going to be partying, and that's when, your cost of living starts to escalate very, very quickly. You've got to think about that. What are you going to be doing in those, years where you're not spending 8 to 10 hours, working for the man? That's a really big leap, of thought for most people. For me, I sort of, spent a few years before coming here making that plan, but ultimately you got to think about it. What are you going to do with your time? There's plenty of things to do here. The biggest challenge you're going to have, obviously, with doing those things is, are you going to be, if it's an outside sort of activity, it's going to be pretty hot. What sort of activities can you do inside, where you can leverage somebody's air conditioning? In my case here, we are at a mall, shopping, and it's air conditioned. I'm not paying for the electricity, and that's one of the things that we're going to see constantly rising here in price as we transition from fossil fuels to other sources of power. But yeah, it's unfortunately, being plugged in, that does cost some money. In my case, it's about 4,500 baht a month. That's running, at least one air conditioner 24/7. Well, when I say 24/7, I go from one room. When I go to the second room, which is the bedroom, I turn one off and turn the other one on. Right, so, but that's the house, and the rest of the house is, well, there are air conditioners in the house, but they only get used when we get guests around or when it gets extremely uncomfortable. But yeah, you've got to think about that sort of side of life as well. What else have you got to think about when you're talking about retirement? I think the big challenge you're going to face is what are you going to do with all that time? Reading books used to be a thing. People don't do that much these days. You can only watch so much TV. That's another thing, and it's it's not interactive at a level that would really entertain you for a long period of time. Yeah, we get some great TV series, we get some great movies. You've got access to all those streaming services these days, and it can definitely sort of pass the time for you. But you've got to think about it. What are you going to do with all that time on your hands? I hear a lot of guys in our meetup group and for Jerry's meetup group, they spend a lot of time at the gym keeping themselves fit. Well, again, if you've got a gym in your condo, well, why not? But again, condo life, if you're going to find something of a decent size, I think if I use Cody for an example, I think he pays 24 or 25,000 baht a month for his condo. Could be a little bit less. I haven't kept abreast of it, but it's only like 55 square meters. I go for a single guy. That's not too bad. But and Jerry's his condo is 65,000. There's 2 bedroom, 170 square meters or something. We said. It's comfortable for 2 people. So you've got to think about those sort of prices. This is where things start to escalate. But again, you're in the middle of the city. You don't have to pay for all that BTS and MRT and taxi travel from out in the burbs. But it is something to consider when you start to think about that whole retirement game. And again, all I'm going to try to do here is just give you some thoughts. Right, shirts. So what do they? Wombat. Yeah, she's not really concerned about what we're talking about. She just wants to look at the dresses, and she's really enjoying herself. You find something you like, darling?
No.
You sure? No. This is very popular here for the girls in Thailand. Hatika, getting their nails all pretty done. Yes? She's just realised that she's walking around in circles at the moment. Try down the middle, darling. And I suppose we should talk about the elephant in the room and what happens when you're in those party zones. You hear about it all the time, which is the perpetual drinking process, where the price of beer is inexpensive. The price of everything that you drink is inexpensive compared to where you come from, and so you got to think about that. Do you want to spend your life at bars all day? I think for some people that's a lifestyle. It's not a healthy lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle nonetheless. But you got to think about that. Is that something that floats your boat? Well, it's going to, food, clothing, roof over your head, right? Do you need to be consuming alcohol every day? Yeah, not me at least anyway. Yeah, some people do, and look, I'm not going to diss them because they do. But I just think it's not a lifestyle that really has a longevity, especially the fact that it's going to almost double your outgoings every month. If you're going to spend every day at the bar, you don't need to drink that much. I think they say 2 to 3 litres of water a day, or fluids. If that's only going to be beer, I don't think you're going to feel very good after it. And again, like watching the two guys when they went back, I think they spent a week with flu symptoms because they basically, well, not so much Jen, but Evo, pretty much on the terps every day. It's something that they're not used to. They come from a working environment and they don't drink every day, but you come out here, it's hot. What do you start doing? Well, you start drinking everywhere you go. It takes a bit of time to get acclimated here to the temperatures, but you'll get to know that once you come out here. What's the advice I'd give on there? Try to come out for a month or 2 months at a time and just feel. Don't try to party every day. Get yourself a nice accommodation. I don't know, Airbnb still working. Actually just plan to come here and do what I do, which is, go out once or twice a week and then stay at home the rest of the time. But actually do it for a month or do it for 2 months and see how you cope. Do you get bored? Well, if you get bored, you're going to find yourself in trouble. If you don't know how to entertain yourself and find things to do, maybe Thailand's not going to work for you, if you know what I mean. You finished looking now, darling?
I'm not finished, but I hungry now.
Oh, she's hungry now.
I think to go eat food first.
Go eat food now, okay. So, well...
Where to go downstairs?
I think you have food upstairs, yes?
Huh?
Upstairs?
Go this one,
There's coffee here now, but I think upstairs for the restaurant.
This one, up here.
Oh yeah, the escalator upstairs, yeah, come.
What you doing?
Go around this way, This one, the down escalator.
ไหน Where to go? Go here.
Go this way, yes, go this way.
See. I think go this here.
Make up your mind. Up to the top floor here now, this is where all the food is. Pretty much the whole top level is this time. Giant restaurant. It's crazy. You'll get used to that as well. But yeah, this place has a few Japanese options. We got Aussie, Japanese, Duki Korean. What I'm looking for, got some wind there. What I'm looking for is something to do ramen, but I don't want to eat hachiban. This is the food court here at Sikon Bangkok. A little bit more upper class than what I've seen in most places. Unless of course you're in the city, but yeah. What about Aussie ramen, darling? You think? No? You think good?
Go to, but I tried before. I think to looking first.
Look more.
Yeah.
Okay, look more.
Maybe no have something, can come back here.
Okay. Barbecue Plaza. That's quite popular around the place. This is like a mookata, but mookata done in air conditioning, if you know what I mean. Much better. Suki shabu. This one here, she loves the suki, but I'm not all that fussed with it. And of course, if you want to get your steak on, Santa Fe is pretty good as well. Huh? Lab more kalpat. Oh, I see, yeah. So, not too bad. Almost street food prices. Like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
They always do something in the centre court here, which is always quite interesting.
Oh, I think look like Chiang Mai, right?
Look like Chiang Mai.
Oh, Chiang Mai.
Oh, Chiang Mai. We'll go and check out later, maybe. Gordon Ramen, Japanese #1 beef bowl. Not that I'm into beef, but that's another option. You wanted Japanese #1 beef bowl. What do you think?
Not
No?
beef.
No, not beef, not beef. But have ramen. Pang paya? What's pang suki? More suki. Oh, this is one of these little trays go around on the wall, on the table there. You pick it all. Yeah. And of course, hachiban. We've had hachiban many times. They get quite inventive with the way you can eat food, don't they? Sushi. And of course, Nara Pizzeria. I don't know.
What's mean Australia about something?
I don't know.
Just beef or
Just beef, Australian beef maybe. Oh, pizza. Pizza. Trying to work a passion for grill. Okay. And a cup. Well, that looks interesting. What do you reckon about that? $4.39. What's it say, darling? Some sort of volcanic eruption there. Okay, I think we're going to do ashi ramen. It's like hachiban, but again, just a different spin on the food. So, and I know it's well priced as well, so you really can't go wrong. What have we got here? Quite a selection.
อันนี้เผ็ดไหมอะ
เผ็ดค่ะ
โอเค
Oh my
อยาก
goodness.
กินนะอะไรเผ็ด
I just want to eat ramen, seriously. Now I'm going to choose which ramen to eat. Oh my god. So I have been watching that series, what is it, Shogun. Maybe that's why I have a passion for eating ramen today, I don't know. It's a really good series. If you haven't seen that new series of Shogun, then you're definitely missing out. It's quite a good story, except for the fact that it's got subtitles for all the Japanese in it. But I think just looking at the whole cinematography, it's a great place to check out. A great movie or great series to check out. So, but yeah, getting back to the story. So as I said, we've done the elephant in the room. Yeah, but here's the kicker. If you've got the money, there is a retirement visa here for Thailand, and that retirement visa, right, is issued for anybody over 50 years old. Very minimal minimal requirements, basically your age and showing the fact that you can support yourself. The visa stipulation is a 65,000 baht a month income. So showing the fact that you are bringing 65,000 baht a month into Thailand to support yourself every month is part of the requirement. There are a few other little things like there's a police check and health checks and other things like that. But they are quite minimal, provided you're an upstanding citizen, of course. They're a minimal requirement. And every year is pretty much just, here's my bank account, here's my 1900 baht. Can you extend my visa? It's a very simple thing. So you got to think about that. There are other ways to come to Thailand and other visa options. I'm on the retirement visa. But the kicker is, this 50-year-old thing. Right, currently we have a retirement age in Australia of 67. I've heard it being talked about, the fact that they're going to increase that. of course, I'm lucky enough to be in that what they call. There's a special process in Australian law for retirement, which is the preservation age. So technically, I was allowed to retire at 56 based on when I started, my age and everything else. That no longer exists anymore. But yeah, you've got to think about the different visa options. There's a couple of our friends, they're definitely not 50 years old and they managed to retire here as well, but they're not on retirement visas. There are other long stay visa options. You can definitely check those things out. I'm not a visa expert, so I'm not going to go into it. I only know what I know, which is the retirement visa. Another option is that was, I think we talked about one of the guys. He runs a business here in Thailand, which is effectively he's retired. He hangs out with us all day. He might have to sort of go and do meetings and talk to people, every so often. But pretty much his day is free as well, based on what he does as a business owner. And again, that was, I think, the other one is Two Snake. He's also a business owner as well. He runs 3 salons, beauty salons in the centre of Bangkok. And again, doesn't really have much to do apart from, oversee the general well-being of the establishments and make sure they run quite smoothly. And it gives him a nice retirement income, effectively. You wouldn't call it retirement, it's an income. It's not, effectively it doesn't really work when you think about it, if you know what I mean. There are a number of different options you've got available, so definitely check those out. I can definitely do the research on that and sort of give you my 2 cents worth. But as I said, there are better people out there that know this and stuff, so I'm not going to go into it, okay? Oh, we've got our ramen. Cup and car. Looks very yummy. What do you think, darling? What do you think? Oh, we've got to take the photos. Yes, got to take the photos. Really.
And
Food tastes better on Instagram, okay? What? I think it's all about showing off. Let's have a quick taste. Quick taste.
เผ็ดนะ
เผ็ดน้อย
เลยเผ็ดมากเผ็ดมากเผ็ดไหม
Okay, see, she says it's pet, but really it's very spicy. The one we had out west, I think, was the best one I've had so far, but maybe I'm going to try more Archiban styles, because this one here is really quite nice. And we got geyser as well. Anyway, we're going to eat some food. Now that was a great feed for 527 baht. 527 baht. Can you eat that well back home? I find it very hard to believe if you say yes. I'm still sniffing a bit, yeah. Pet noi. It always makes my nose run, but I'm getting more and more used to eating the spicy food, and yeah, it's definitely something that I'm starting to really enjoy, as long as they don't have too much chili in it. So it does look like it's not quite finished yet. They're still setting it up. So what's it about, darling? You can see the theme. What the theme?
Thai style เห็นไหม
Thai style.
very old very long Thai style this one him make style like a very long land Thai for long time.
Okay.
And so,
What the words say, darling? You can read.
อะไรอ่ะ I cannot read here.
You cannot
I
read.
cannot read.
Cannot read.
I'm a TV.
Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, Wednesdays are always set up on Wednesdays, so we never get to actually see the finished product when we get to this location. But yeah, obviously something to do with Thailand and some sort of traditional type of setup, I guess. But anyway, what do you think? Alright, mate?
Very go down.
No, alright, mate. Cool. Yeah, head nice. What did you say before?
ผ็ดนิดหน่อย
But you think what you think
I think you cannot eat
But-
but you eat more from
Yeah, but
soup
yeah, I need my more.
Minute.
Yeah, so you think I'm
Yeah.
Thai now?
you 101%.
101% Thai. Okay, what do you want to check now?
No, not check, go home now
Go home now.
because you have to go big C มั้ย
Oh, got to go Big C
and maybe
again.
the late and traffic
Yeah. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Okay, well, in closing, the last thing we're going to talk about retirement is really how do you afford it? How do you manage to get outside the pay-as-you-go system, pay-as-you-earn system, JOB, just over broke? It requires a bit of diligence. Got to start as early as you can. And I've always said this before, and I'll probably stick to my guns on this thing here. Outside whatever retirement systems that any government wants to offer, what you need to start thinking about is investing 20% of your take-home pay. 20%. Learn to live on 4/5 of what you make. You know, your spending money. So 20% goes away and you invest it. Invest it wisely. Check investment brokers to get some best ideas. Investing property. Invest in anything really. These sort of things. Bitcoin, if you really want to feel brave.
Darling, you remember number?
I don't know number.
Huh?
Next line, 3, level 3. Yeah, we're level 3. Yeah, done this way. No, we are just go this way.
Huh?
This way. We are number.
Number 3 เหรอ
Yeah, we're number 3. Yeah. Yeah.
นู่นละเปล่า
Let's do this. Go down this way. Down this way. But 20% is a number. Learn to live on 4/5 of what you got. That's outside your rent, outside your food, outside everything else. You need to pay yourself first. Anyway, I'm going to close it out. Close it. Yep, close it up. She's going to say goodbye.
Bye bye Like and share and subscribe
You know the drill. If you're not subscribed already, you should subscribe.
Yeah.
If you really feel brave, that we do have a Patreon, and we got membership down below. If you think that we're offering some good ideas for the faint of heart, be part of the crew, and you get access to our Discord, everything else. Anyway, I'm not going to go into it. Anyway, peace out. Hopefully that information was useful for you. I guess it's a bit of a long video, but anyway.
Yeah.
Such is life.
Yeah.
Now she's making the camera shake. Okay, peace out. Bye-bye.
Peace up. Bye bye
I want you to live